What's up, y'all? Welcome back for another one. This one's about speaking on your truth, knowing your truth, believing your truth. It's a truthful one, no pun intended, because that's something that really sets you in alignment with Source, with the Creator, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, energy. Is standing on your truth, and it's a connection we all have to learn. It's a connection we have to find and have faith, belief, and stand on it. You know, I wish it would be easy, but it doesn't really work that way, because when you stand on your truth, you will be questioned. You will be intimidated. You know, what's that other term? You will be gaslit when you stand on your truth. And that's something I realize, is that standing on your truth, sometimes it's not convenient for other people, especially those around you. It's not convenient. They don't like the discomfort. They don't like the lack of access or control to you. They don't like the, you powering up because you stand on your truth. Maybe they're afraid to stand on their truth, but it definitely shines a light. It vibrates a little bit, and sometimes a little too much for others. And standing on your truth, it's a gift, actually. It's something you must do because it's for you. A couple of things about standing on your truth is that, it's your experience. It's your experience of taking a path, going through the obstacle course, and then coming out. That's your experience. No one can take that away from you. So when you come back and speak your truth, that's for you. Some will gravitate, some will disperse from it. It's your experience. The other thing too is that there's lessons in there that you're probably going to need to apply, because it's for you. It's the universe saying, hey, this is who you are. This is the path that you need to take. So therefore, this is your lesson you must apply, or else you'll repeat it again. And we all know that if we don't learn from our mistakes, we're doomed to repeat them. It's your lesson. And yeah, sometimes these lessons hurt. Sometimes these lessons sting. And sometimes they're pretty heavy. They're pretty heavy. And sometimes we learn these lessons, we forget all about them. And we forget to apply them in different scenarios and different occasions. Because I know I have. I know for a fact I have. Like, I've done it, and then it's just like, oh, I forgot about this one. And here I go, finding myself in another situation where I'm about to repeat myself after I learned the damn lesson. And yeah, when you get really serious about leveling up, becoming a better person, being for all my guys out there listening, being a man of value, being a man of faith, and all these things. It really comes down to if you're standing on your lessons as well, if you're applying them. And there's been scenarios for myself I could attest to where I was like, I got to apply this lesson. I'm seeing the red flags, I'm seeing the patterns, I've been here before, I have to stand on it. And yeah, it hurt some feelings. It got a little uncomfortable. That's the process. And that's pretty much God saying, hey, are you in alignment? Are you in faith? Are you willing to do what you got to do and shine this light and not bring certain energies upon you? And are you going to be responsible for the things I hand you? So it's these lessons. It's not to dwell in pain and forget about. It's to apply. It's to definitely apply. And we're all learning, we're all getting better, we're all evolving. So that would be definitely something to keep in mind. Is whatever lessons you're learning, remember them and apply them, because you will be tested for sure. The last thing is definitely, when you stand on your truth, when you speak on your truth, it's your reality. It's your reality. It's who you are. It's the path you're going. It's who you chose to be. You're letting the universe, God, spirit know, like, hey, this is who I am and this is where I'm going. These might be some things I gotta learn. These might be some things I want to experience. This is part of my development. Whatever it is, it's your reality. So if you want a different reality, you need to change who you are. You need to become, in your self-talk, that person you wish to be, to experience the reality you want to experience. So when speaking on your truth and standing on your truth, you have to say, hey, this is my reality because I'm asking for it. I'm operating as this person to experience this. And since I'm doing that, this is my truth. This is my experience. This is my lesson. This is my journey, my story. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're all gonna make mistakes, but we're all gonna have some wins. We're all gonna have regrets, and we're all gonna have, I don't know if you want to call it glads. There's probably a different word. It's not coming up to mind right now, but we're all gonna have, non-regrets, wins for choosing what we chose. So yeah, speaking on truth, standing on truth, that's something I didn't do before. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't do that before. I'll cover it up. I wasn't sure about it. I wasn't applying any awareness to my growth. I wasn't applying, what I would say as far as faith, as far as belief, as far as, just the things I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not saying I was a bad person. It was just when it came to my personal development, I felt I didn't have to change. I'll tell you this though, I felt that other people had to change but me. Oof. No. The old usual, right? So low vibrational, so immature, so inexperienced. And the cool thing was I was around people who were showing me who they are. They were a lot older. They were showing me who they were. And deep down in my DNA, I knew this is not the person I want to become. And by hanging around these people, I knew I was going to become them. And I knew that I was already operating like them because of proximity, because by osmosis, by being around them, I'm already picking up the habits, the traits, the mindset. And so when it came to truth and speaking on it, it's my experience. It's my obstacle. It was my scene, it was my play, it was my movie, it was my show. And I had to stand on it and share it. And what's cool is once you start sharing it, you start noticing that other people have the same similar stories, similar experiences, just different contexts, different arenas, different stages. Maybe there is universal truth. There is. But I think at the lower level of the human experience, not quite so. Not quite so. But as you transcend and as you elevate, and as that cliche says, as you raise your frequency, you raise your vibration, we start having similar experiences because we're getting closer to truth, we're getting closer to source. And so as you shed a lot of the human faults and darkness and a lot of the human tendencies and lack of faith, you start having similar experiences with other people because they're elevating themselves too. That's why like-minded individuals like to hang with like-minded individuals, because they don't want to go back down. Once you get a taste at the top, that's you want to keep striving to elevate there, And you know what? Maybe some people have gotten a taste at the top of something more, something higher, and they're scared to change and let go of who they are or who they think they are. I think I've had some scenarios like that where I would self-sabotage. Be like, no, I like this, but I'm scared of letting go of my old me. But again, I have to stand on my truth. It's like, hey, be honest with yourself too. That's where you really want to be. That's what you want to experience. You have to let go of the old you. You have to speak this truth, stand on it. And I'll give you the other insight too, is that when you stand on your truth, it's your gut telling you. You got that gut instinct. You got that consciousness. You got the voice of God within you telling you, it's like, yes, this is best. Yes, this is your truth. Yes, this was your experience. From your perspective, from your corner. Stand on it. I'll put you there. Stand on it. And like I said, your surroundings, people in your surroundings will try to detour you. Try to minimize you and guilt trip you and, keep you in that circle, keep you in that state. And, you either listen to them or you listen to the voice of God. You listen to the Creator. You listen to the Great Spirit, the universe, the energy. Take your choice. So, that's the end of this one. Speak your truth. Stand on your truth. Hope this video finds you where? Sorry. Hope this video finds you well. Remember, take inventory, take action, and take care. Peace.